don't remember how she met these people, for one. She was talking to a girl who was married. Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
She would use washcloths to wipe. She would set them on the corner of the sink, and then she would throw them away. Our roommates started to notice that their late mother's washcloths were disappearing. And they confronted her about it, and she wanted me to lie to them for her, but I didn't. Buying more washcloths for herself, and instead of throwing them away, she had me wash them in the sink and then put them in the washer. And in between the bucket baths, she just didn't shower.
Lynn did not shower the whole time.
Hello, everybody. This is part 1 of Destiny and Beck pretty much revealing a lot of very interesting information about Amber Lynn and what they both knew about her while they dated her. This is Beck and Destiny's collab, which I will link down below. Go subscribe to Beck and Destiny's channels. I will link them down below, and the full video will be linked down below. This is just my part 1, my thoughts on it. So basically, one of the things that gets revealed in this video is that Amber Lynn continuously contacted Casey, her ex, that she accused of all of these different things. I thought that you accused him of all of these different things. Why were you trying to contact Casey? As well as Amber Lynn manipulating her exes, demanding that they do things for her. And my favorite one, situation type nightmare, continuously talking to and trying to date married women, even back then, okay? Even in 2017. It's a wonderful time to be alive. I feel like I may need a washcloth. Have you ever wanted to purchase a washcloth? Well, now you can in my game show host voice. This is my affiliate link to purchase a washcloth. Let me know if you purchase a washcloth, because sometimes a girl, or not a girl, just needs one. So if you purchase one, let me know when it ships so I can be excited for you. All right. If that wasn't obvious already, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. I'm very well aware that Amber Lynn went live in the middle of the night yesterday. She still doesn't know how to live stream or buy a new MacBook, even though you're earning all those dollars. Girl, situation type nightmare. I love me some Amber Lynn. Very, very exciting, riveting person. So we will get to it, all right? I'm trying to get through this expose by Beck and Destiny. This was a collab with Beck and Destiny. And just in case you have not seen the video, what's going on is Beck and Destiny are reading out Amber's text messages, and I will be showing a lot of them on the screen. So let's start.
Destiny, please answer your phone. I need you. You are freaking me out. Your texts aren't coming in.
Sorry.
We had plans today.
We still do. I just got up, okay?
I miss you. Well, I remember when that happened, it was the first time I hung out with Dana, and like I didn't plan on spending the night, but it just kind of happened. Like nothing like that happened. It just
right.
Sleep. And I guess I had told her that we would go and do stuff the next day. Like I guess we had planned that, but like I didn't think she was going to make a big deal about it, honestly. I was just like, clearly, like, we were already broken up. We had been broken up for, like, 2 weeks.
Really outrageous thing about this entire situation is that you will continuously see Amber demand that Destiny do things for her when Destiny is no longer her partner. And Destiny will tell you that, of course, she felt bad for Amber, and that's why she did it, because Amber didn't have anybody. I don't know why y'all felt so bad for her. I would never feel bad for somebody who's my ex and pushed me to break up with her, because that's what happened here. Destiny broke up with Amber Lynn because she said that she was, she said this many times before, she was unhappy, and she had met someone new. The worst part about it is she was already with Dana, still having to do things with Amber. Like, Amber's texts here are unhinged.
Right. And it's like, at that point, why would she even be like, that's just kind of weird to be doing after a breakup anyway. Usually when people break up, they don't see each other anymore.
I know, but we still lived together. And then that was another thing, when we were still living together. Like, we had a guest room, and she wouldn't let me sleep in the guest room. I still had to sleep in the bed with her. And
right.
I know that,
yeah, she did the same thing to me.
That is systematic mistreatment and creepy. A fun, interesting thing about this is that when wifey dumped her, Amber. Wifey, dumped her. And Amber was like, well, I don't want to sleep in the same bed with wifey. We're not sleeping in the same bed. Amber, I don't believe a word you have to say. You've done such outrageous things to your exes. So she decided that even though Destiny broke up with her, Destiny had to still share the same bed with her and still share the same bed for Beck as well. Keep in mind, like, Destiny had broken up with her and was being forced to share the same bed with Amber, even though Destiny had a new girlfriend. Like, imagine you're the new girlfriend, right? Like, what? I would, like, honestly, like, I couldn't date Destiny if I was Dana at the time because I would not be okay with her arrangement with Amber. Amber, controlling your partner doesn't mean your partner is happy. And in this case, your ex-partner. Like, once somebody breaks up with you, that's it. They don't owe you anything.
Like I said, I was hanging out with Dana. I went over there. I didn't even go over there till like 7 o'clock that night. Like I spent all day that Saturday with her.
Wait,
With
you spent all
Lynn.
that day Saturday with Amber Lynn?
Yeah, like I didn't go see Dana until like it was after 7 o'clock.
Thing that a lot of people learn the hard way is nothing is ever enough for Amber. By the way, are we understanding the scene here? Okay. Destiny dumps Amber for Dana and still spends a lot of time with Amber, lives with her, and is being forced to sleep in the same bed and share the same bed, even though she's already in a new relationship. Amber, this is not only unhealthy what you did to these people, this is full mistreatment. I know that Amber's answer will never be, I'm sorry, I did everything wrong, these people were correct. But Amber, I think that you mistreat the people that you think you can. One day you'll meet your match. I suppose you already have.
So she expected you to come back the next day and have all these plans with her.
No, she expected me to come back still that night. I wasn't supposed to spend the night. Like I said, it just kind of happened.
Right, but I mean, who cares? You're not her partner anymore.
Exactly. And like at that point in time, we were going like every Sunday because at that job we worked at, most of the time we were only off on Sundays. So Sundays were for like, she always wanted to go to Lexington and spend money and do all these things.
My opinion is that Amber wanted Destiny to come back that night after visiting her girlfriend, Dana, because I genuinely believe that Amber believed that she could somehow do something while living with Destiny to get Destiny back and dump Dana. Honestly, I've said this before. Once Destiny had chosen Dana, that would have been it for me. I think that it shows how the level of desperation that Amber had. And by the way, at that point, she had not gotten to the point where she was at while she was with Beck. Therefore, I don't care what Amber said, and you'll discover a lot of really disturbing things in this video about what Amber couldn't and couldn't do and demanded Destiny to do. But I am telling you that she was at a totally different point than she had gotten to with Beck. She could have done everything herself, could have taken Ubers and car services. The idea and the audacity that Amber expected Destiny to come back that night after spending just a few hours with a new girlfriend. Like, just, this is just, I don't know. This is not right and just outrageous. Once your partner decides to move on, even if you guys are still living together, you cannot expect them to still do the same things with you as when they were your partner. Quite frankly, I feel that there is a loyalty, in my opinion, and certain obligations when you're somebody's partner, and they cease to exist when you're not.
I miss you too.
Do you really?
Yes, I'll be home when I get home. Be thinking what we are doing today. Sorry, be thinking about what we're doing today.
It is Sunday. Things close sooner. Come home soon.
Okay.
Are we eating somewhere?
Well, yeah, that's whenever she started carrying around 2 phones. Nothing, just said I would.
Do you want to do those things today? I'm almost ready.
Okay.
You on your way? I'm too excited to get out of the house.
Not yet. Soon, though.
Are you excited to hang out with me?
Probably not, since she was Since she was with Dana, probably not. She had broken up with you. What a creepy thing to say. Are you excited to hang out with me, ex-girlfriend, when you are already involved with someone else? It's as if Amber doesn't live in reality. And listen, if that was me, Destiny took this for way too long. I would be done. I would not answer the text messages. I would move out and live with a Kermit if I had to. Are you excited to hang out with me? No, Amber. She's excited to hang out with her new girlfriend, Dana, at the time. And as far as Amber having two phones, Amber has said that she has all of these phones dating back to when she was 18. This says everything you need to think about this, okay? I'm sorry, I don't have the same phone as I did when I was 18 because I didn't hold on to things because I didn't think ever that I would need to prove my side of things. This is my opinion about Amber. Amber is very well aware of doing bad things. She is very well aware that people could expose her, and she always was aware of it. And she kept the phones to show receipts and proof. And if Amber is aware of all of this, that means she's doing it on purpose.
I'm sorry for all the calls and texts. I just feel like my heart is slowly. In a way, I feel like I'm handling it better than I could be. Are you on your way now?
Not yet.
But there are a lot of things I want to do. I don't want to be rushed, and it looks like I'm going to have to be. And I want to go and buy the movie theater ticket way early and get the seat I want. We were supposed to do my hair today before we did anything.
Okay.
Listen, this is what I was talking about when I said I had to pick her hair. Her hair, like the way that she left it, it was in a bun. And then, like, I don't know. Her hair was so long.
I know.
Well, she had like kept it in that bun and then
it got matted, didn't it?
Okay, this is ridiculous. So Destiny had to do Amber's hair, but I say that in a nice way. She had to pick her hair. And so they go into this whole thing where it would take a really long time for Destiny to do Amber's hair. And another thing that Destiny says is the other people around Amber, she wouldn't let them, help her with her hair, only Destiny. Look, please don't get me wrong. In relationships, people definitely help each other and do things for each other. This is different. At this point, Amber had not gotten to the point where she had gotten with Beck. Why do I keep mentioning that? Amber was completely way more able to do things than she was with Beck. And my opinion is that Amber forced Beck to do things that she could have still done herself, but I digress. So not only was Destiny picking up Amber, in her car, driving her around, doing her errands, but on top of this, she had to pick her hair. Amber, go pick your own hair. This is manipulation, control, and I want to give you this example. You see how Destiny is saying, like, I felt like I could not leave. Like, this is what she's going to be saying. I couldn't leave her to her own devices. Even though I was with Dana, I had to go do whatever she wanted me to do because I personally felt that she couldn't handle anything herself. Who was going to help her? By continuously being this helpless person, like, oh, you need to pick my hair. You need to take me to Target. Looking for a Target driver from 2017, ALR. The idea is by doing that, she made people feel and manipulated people into feeling like, well, if you don't pick my hair, if you don't drive me to Target, I can't be by myself. Who's picking your hair now, Amber?
It, like, not only did it get matted, but like it was like the front of her, like how my hair does this, like the front of hers, she had like kept doing it like that. But it was like super long, and she kept like just curving it kind of like with her head and tucking it into the bun. And like, I don't know. I had the picture for so long on my phone of like the way it looked because I was just like, you look crazy right now.
Yeah.
But she wanted me to fix her hair from not being like that before we went and did anything. But when I finally did do that, it took me like 3 hours.
Wait, so do this entire time, whenever she said we were supposed to do my hair today before we did anything, she meant that you were supposed to pick her hair.
Yeah.
I thought this entire time you were supposed to take her to get her hair done.
No, I couldn't get her to. I mean, she wouldn't have gone with it like that. But for a long time, I told her she needed to go and get it like
Cut.
trimmed because, like, a couple weeks before we broke up, she tried to trim it herself, like the ends, and it
You
ended
can't
up
do
being
that.
like this. Like it was in like a V because it wasn't even. She had so many dead ends.
Really look close. Amber Lynn did nothing for her hygiene back then, in my opinion, and it's the same thing. For example, she has very long hair, refuses to cut it. Listen, the reason why Beck and Destiny kept begging Amber to cut the hair is because they were the ones in charge of brushing it and picking it and doing things with it. You were a full-grown adult earning an income off of YouTube. You should have cut it shorter to make it easier for your caretakers. And on top of this, if you go and look now, she still refuses to go to a hair salon. I have a serious question. Amber, why do you refuse to go to a hair salon if everything is okay? Right. She refuses and she still cuts her own hair. Oh, and of course it's even, right? You see, by the way, I'm just going to say this. It's not. Even Destiny told you that. The bottom line is Amber can do whatever she wants at this point. I refuse to believe, in my opinion, that there is nobody helping her out now, but her entire life there were caretakers. I think that she should have kept her hair shorter. I'm not saying super short, but shorter to help her caretakers take care of her. This is absolutely like, we're just in the beginning. There's going to be multiple parts. For me personally, this is like, I would click out now out of any relationship with Ambi. Can I call you Pookie? What are you talking about? So you weren't even in a bad situation when you were living with Destiny, and Destiny had to pick your hair for hours and, to get it to be okay or whatever she was doing. And you guys weren't even in a relationship. She was already with Dana. Dana must have had the patience of a saint.
Like that, and then it would get matted, and I would have to sit there for hours and pick out the greasy, and it would take so long, and it would hurt her. Like, she would cry and stuff because it would be so painful. And it's like, please, get your hair cut, then it'll be easier to
Literally.
manage.
How am I supposed to believe that she showered throughout this whole time when, like, just consume what these two people are saying? They were her caretakers. Beck obviously more than Destiny. And the worst part is that Destiny was her caretaker and doing everything for her after the breakup. Amber, did you seriously believe that when Destiny left you for Dana, she was going to come back?
But it's like, at least you were willing to still try to do it, and you were broke up with her.
Yes.
That was not your place.
None of it was like all of
Dang,
these
man.
things that she still made me do for so long. None of that really was my responsibility.
It wasn't your responsibility while you were dating her either.
But like at the time, I felt bad because
She didn't
she
have
was
nobody
doing it
else.
by herself and she had nobody else. Like,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
mean,
Me
that was her
too.
own fault. Like that for one. And then like she didn't want to talk to them about that kind of stuff. She just wanted to be like chameleon to them.
Right. Yeah, she didn't want them to see that side of her
Yeah.
because it was embarrassing.
Yeah. It was.
Right.
If Amber didn't want other people that she knew in her life to help her with her hair, that means if she was embarrassed, that means that she knew what she was doing was wrong. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Let's say that I want to color my hair at home. I'm just going to do like something basic that a lot of people do. And I need help from my friend or from my partner to color my hair. I would have absolutely zero like embarrassment about that because it's understandable. Like once in a while, like, like you can't get all the stuff in the back of your head. That is not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about coloring hair. We're talking about picking hair. We're talking about brushing hair. Both of these people were forced to do this. Honestly, the manipulation going on here is wild. She manipulated these two people into thinking that she had no one else. But we just heard examples that she did have other people in her life. She knew what she was doing. She's not a damsel in distress. At this time, she was a full-grown adult whose parents kicked her out of, like whose caretakers, whose grandma, mommy, whatever. You were kicked out of your house. Gee, I wonder why.
It's like it was totally fine for us to see that and for
Yeah,
us to have to deal with it, you know?
literally. Why don't you want to leave yet?
I'm about to. I'll text you when I leave.
Why don't you care that I want to spend the day outside of the house?
I do.
You don't, LOL.
Imagine asking your ex-girlfriend, why don't you care that I want to spend the day out of my house? Well, then go outside then. You were making money from YouTube at this point, Amber. Go outside, go walk outside, and go take Ubers. Amber told us that she's walking a mile with Twinkie now. Miles and miles with Twinkie. You could have certainly done that then. Why doesn't your ex-girlfriend care that you want to spend the day outside? Because it was your responsibility to go outside yourself. But deeper than that, she's your ex-girlfriend. She's already involved with someone else. That's why she doesn't care. And by the way, you could tell, like, this is just my opinion, you could tell from these text messages that Amber fully feels entitled to her ex-girlfriend's time. This is unhealthy, inappropriate, and the fact that this went on as long as it did is wild to me.
You would have left already.
I do. Please don't.
Then can you just leave now? I've been ready and waiting. That's what you have been saying for 2 hours now.
I am, though.
What is taking so long?
I feel like she would be whining the entire time. I'm so surprised she wasn't calling you back to back, dude.
She was. That's why she was saying she was sorry for all the texts and calls, because she was calling me. If I wasn't responding to her on this, like, very quickly, she was trying to call me and everything.
Obsessive stage Kermit Klinger. So at this point, Amber had had a few relationships, one with Casey, one with Crystal, now one ended with Destiny. So I would think after being in your third relationship, you would understand not to obsessively call and text your ex to take you out of the house. Like, why didn't you call mom? Why didn't you call your other friends? Like, look, Amber manipulated, in my opinion, but it's clear, all of her girlfriends to do everything for her, and it still wasn't enough. It'll never be enough.
And, like, there's some of the times you can see where it took me a while to call her back. It's because Dana took my phone and, like, would either turn it off or just put it somewhere else because we were getting very annoyed.
Like, this is your ex. She shouldn't be calling and texting. Where are you? Where are you?
Literally.
It's like, you don't have control over me anymore, man. I am, though.
What's taking so long?
Nothing.
Then there you go. If you aren't doing anything and you know what I'm going through, you'd tell Dana you have to go.
Nobody cares what you're going through. What were you going through? You got dumped because she found somebody better. And when your audience told you that she left you for another woman, you denied it. Even when you were with Beck, towards the end of your relationship with Beck, you denied it. But look at this manipulation. Then there you go, says Amber. If you aren't doing anything and you know what I'm going through, you tell Dana you have to go. Dana was her new partner. I mean, no one would deal with this. Listen, Amber, I guess you don't understand this. When someone leaves you for someone else, what they're feeling is that this person is a better match for them and just in general better for them. So why would she have to tell Dana you have to go on the broken heart? Why are you brokenhearted? She didn't want to be with you. She did not want to be your partner. She had immediately gotten into a new relationship. Why would she tell the new relationship, oh, I'd have to go. I have to go drive my ex around and pick her hair and take her to Target? The manipulation with the broken heart. Yeah, I can't imagine why this person's single.
Can you explain it to me? Explain why I'm here waiting for you when we should already be hanging out.
I don't have an explanation.
Do you just not want to be near me?
That's not it.
You want to be around her.
Yeah, she does want to be around her. That's her new girlfriend. She had an emotional affair with her, and, the point is she wasn't interested in you anymore, Amber. She dumped you. She left you. You were making fantastic money from YouTube. Not as much as you made with Beck, but you were making good money. You could have literally hired any Uber to take you wherever you wanted to go. Even, get an Uber back. This is amazing. Yeah, you want to be with her. Imagine your ex-girlfriend calling you all day, texting you all day. Amber said, oh, sorry for the calls. Demanding that you take her out all the time, but we have plans, but she left you for someone else. This is just another example of this woman not understanding reality. You are not in reality. And all of your live streams in response, when I'm recording this, I see that she, again, with her fantastic internet, did like 3 or 4 live streams because she refuses to buy a new MacBook. Shaka. I'm sure you're spending it on your pets. By the way, I said this yesterday, but I want everybody to be like very, very, very aware of this. Amber recently said that she will not show her pets anymore. Are you not scared of that? I'd be terrified. Like, that is an ominous statement. So are you spending it on your pets? The point is that Amber Lynn had the money to go do whatever she wanted without Destiny. Would you rather be with Dana? Yeah, she would rather be with Dana. She dumped you for Dana. What don't you understand about that, Amber?
Sorry.
We have plans though, Destiny.
I am coming.
You're completely putting me last.
Oh my God. You have no idea how many times she would say that to me. You're completely putting me last. You're always putting me last.
Oh my gosh.
How in the world was Amber Lynn supposed to be put first when Destiny was not her partner anymore? And I'm going to keep saying it. Do you understand what happened? She left her for Dana. Obviously, Dana was going to be on a higher pedestal than you. Amber, honestly, you will be single forever. That's my opinion. When you meet someone else, because she's exactly the same way as she was before now. When you meet someone, even if you sucker them into a relationship, they'll leave.
Not trying to.
We aren't going to have time for me to do anything. Need to be at the movies at 10. I want to go to Target. I want to eat. It will take us an hour to get there. Like, what are you doing to me? You're torturing me. I would never do this to you.
I'm going to be there soon.
You haven't even left yet, Destiny.
I'm really sorry. I am about to.
How can you be really sorry if you aren't doing anything about it? You only say sorry if you're going to change what is hurting someone. You've become cold. I always thought the world of you. I never met someone like you. Kind, gentle, patient, understanding, warmest heart I've ever met.
Manipulation 101, gassing somebody up, telling them everything they want to hear so you get the result. If you really thought that Destiny was being patient, loving, and understanding after she dumped you for another woman, you missed the plot. Also, in this text message, I've said this once before, Amber clearly understands that if you're changing your behavior. Right, Amber.
But now, look at you. I don't understand what has happened.
Amber Lynn, I'm not being cold. Please stop making me feel like a...
This is cold. It really is. We had plans that you aren't caring about.
I am.
If you cared, we would be in Lexington right now.
Okay.
We probably won't get to Lexington until 7 p.m. How am I supposed to eat peacefully and then wander around Target in such a short amount of time?
Literally told your ex-girlfriend, how am I supposed to eat peacefully and wander around Target? Yeah, I see what this is about. She didn't want to be rushed because Destiny had to go back to Dana. Amber, everything is not about you eating and you being peaceful. Like, everything in these text messages is Marsha, 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 Amber, Amber, Amber. Why is everything about you? Like, no one cares how you're gonna eat. No one cares how you're gonna walk around Target. You're talking to an ex who's already, involved with another woman. Like, everything is about Amber. Narcissism. I mean, why is everything about you, Amber? Other people exist too.
That's not true.
I wanted to spend all day with you. That was the plan.
I'm about to leave.
You've been saying that for hours.
I really am.
Please call me.
No.
Why not?
When I leave, I will.
You just said you were leaving? You always told me you'd be here for me no matter what. You're proving otherwise lately.
Stop, please.
I just want to get out of the house.
So Destiny refused to call Amber. Amber is begging for a phone call that she's not getting. By the way, somebody like Amber, I'm sure her response, I haven't seen a response yet, but I'm sure her response is going to be like, take a look at how cold-hearted and how what happened with Destiny. She was against me. She was already with somebody else. You wanted to spend the entire day with your ex-girlfriend who left you for somebody else. Do you not understand how desperate and weird that is? And Amber acknowledges that Destiny really doesn't want to hang out with her and still asks her to. Story of your life, Pookie.
Have you left yet? Are you getting my text? I feel really sick and I am having an anxiety attack. I really need someone.
Yeah, I was waiting for your call, but didn't get one.
Calling.
No, you really didn't put up with much. Like, you did put up with some stuff, but you also were really quick to put your foot down. And she let you do it because she also had this adoration for you that I don't think she's had for anybody else.
Advantage of Beck a lot more than she took advantage of Destiny. But the thing is that she was madly, obsessively in love with Destiny. Destiny was the one that got away. Everybody here knows that. And when the one that got away and somebody that you're truly, really in love with puts their foot down, what could you do? With Beck, I don't believe she loved Beck. I think she used Beck. So the reason why Destiny, in my opinion, was able to be like, no, at this point, I'm not going to do certain things, and Beck was not able to get away with that, is because also it's what Beck said. Like, there was a lot of like genuine feeling towards Destiny. She was in love with Destiny. And also, I just feel like Amber looks for victims that she can manipulate. And some victims look easier for her to manipulate than others.
I don't know what it was. Like, I mean, when me and her first got together, she tried to be that way towards me, just like, how she is. And I was like, that don't fly with me. It doesn't. Like, I don't care who you are to me. You're not going to treat me like that. Like, because the girl I was with before her treated me like that. And I was like, that is not happening ever again. And like, never even acted like that until after we moved in together. Like, we weren't even moved in together a month. And we got into that huge argument where I accidentally called her Pookie and she walked home from Walmart. That was not a month living together.
Are you serious?
I really didn't care. You're in Walmart. I'm going to just leave you there. So that's what I did. And I left her there. And she walked home. And
wait, so she was running away in a scooter from you?
First of all, we were both in scooters because she always made me ride in one too.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Anytime, like, I don't know.
Let me guess. So people weren't looking just at her.
Yes. She was like, well, I don't want to ride by myself.
I have a serious question to Amber, who watches everything. Would you be with you? Would you be with a woman who is riding on a scooter in Walmart and demands that her partner that doesn't need a scooter ride with her too? Calls obsessively to her ex, demands that her ex take her out and spend the whole day with her when the ex has moved on to someone new. Amber, would you be with somebody like that? I don't think so.
And I mean, for the most part, when we went to Walmart, it was at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, there wasn't many of them being used. So, like, I didn't feel as bad, but like, I didn't want to ride on the scooter anyway. Like, it was dumb.
Right.
And
you could walk faster.
To her and said it. And she didn't even say anything to me. She just scooted away. Just gone. So I started calling her and texting her, and she wasn't responding. And then when she did answer, she was like, I don't know, like she was like yelling, and she sounded like she was crying. And she was like, why did you call me that? And I just like it was just like a habit kind of thing said it.
So I understand that this story is something that people are interested in as far as like, oh, wow, she called her Pookie and, she walked home from Walmart. But the reason that this story interests me is because it proves that Amber could have walked home. A few minutes earlier, I said that she didn't need the help that she demanded. She could have gone by herself. She could have walked. She could have taken Ubers. That shows you her walking home from Walmart after being called Pookie. And by the way, the whole Pookie thing, I believe Destiny said a long time ago, it's because it was a name, it was like a pet name, like a nice name for somebody that Destiny dated or something. So love that for you, Amby. Can I call you Pookie? My point is, this story proves that Amber could have walked home from Walmart, that she could have done her own hair. Like, Amber, you didn't need the help you wanted. You wanted it.
So I was like, didn't even really register what I said to her. And then when she said it to me, she said, you called me Pookie or whatever. I was
You
like,
had literally only been with her for a month.
she hung up on me and then she just wouldn't answer me again. She wouldn't answer my text. I was like, okay, well, where are you? Like, I want to go home. Like, clearly we're not getting anything or like whatever we were there for. So, and thankfully, we were at the Walmart close to our apartment.
Have a serious question. Why is it okay for Amber to hang up during fights and not call back and, behave this way? But when y'all broke up, Destiny was supposed to spend the entire day with you, And at the same time, you called over and over and over again and expected a result, expected her to pick up when she was with another woman. Can you answer that, Pookie?
Okay, so these are on that group about me. Dana is doing exactly what breaks my heart every single day regarding being on YouTube. I would appreciate it if you would talk to her and tell her to stop. This is completely disrespectful. Destiny, you know everything I've been through with this. This girl you like is now beating down the girl you used to love. Please make this stop.
Yes, please make the girl that you dumped me for stop talking about me. Okay, first thing I want to say is, Amber, since you continue to ask the same question nowadays as you asked before, the reason that you're dealing with all of this stuff on YouTube is because of your behavior. I am positive that what I'm about to say is true because I've seen it in various different ways. When you change a certain type of behavior, you are still going to get people that will forever dislike you on YouTube. That is true. But when you change the way you do things, the people around you change and they genuinely see a change in you. Amber, it is fully 100% your fault that you're dealing with this type of stuff on YouTube. It's your negative behavior. Now, the reason that this screenshot is super, super, super important is that here is your proof that we never saw, that Amber knew that this one was going around to Facebook groups and talking about her. Amber Lynn denied this. People told her extensively. In 2019, when she was very deeply into the relationship with Beck, in 2020, I myself, when I first got into talking about Girl World, I remember looking at screenshots of Amber Lynn saying, oh, she never talked about me in groups. That's just a rumor. This never happened. She was blatantly lying because I myself saw those screenshots. I don't have them right now, but I promise you, Amber continuously denied that this one was going around to these groups and doing that. She denied having any knowledge of that, and that didn't happen. But she did know. She did know. And she admitted it privately. And now we have proof that Amber knew the whole time and lied to her audience and denied it to her audience. Most important part is then later she gave Dana all of her clothing and befriended her, knowing all this information. Why would you give your clothing and be really good besties with somebody who would do that? It's amazing. Desperation, Amber.
Well, I mean, Dana was very against not even being civil with Amber Lynn when me and her we weren't even dating yet. We were just talking and had gone on like a date. Like, and then like we hung out at her house and she was just very against Amber Lynn. Like, she didn't want anything to do with her. She didn't like nothing. So Amber Lynn sent me these screenshots because it's a group on Facebook. And of course, Amber Lynn was part of it. You know, she had to be reading about herself.
Of course. Always.
Literally, Dana just posted a picture of her and I. And people were just commenting on it, like, you know, how do you deal and all that. And she was constantly, like, in these Facebook groups. She was constantly on, like, Discord. She was constantly on all that stuff.
Amber, aren't you glad you gave your expensive Torrid clothing to her and then called her one of your best friends? You do know that everyone in your life is not who they appear to be, right? You do know that. This is phenomenal. To continuously defend a bestie, and you heard Destiny. Destiny was there behind the scenes. So now we know Amber lied to her audience for years about that relationship. And yes, if you were not aware, Amber Lynn infiltrated her own Facebook group where they were talking about her. She was on all the Discords. This is why Amber Lynn has graduated. I'm so proud of you, Pookie, to Kiwi Farms and the Reddit subreddits now about her. She's always looking up information about her and obsessing about it. Maybe you should start a reaction channel, Amber Lynn. Start reacting to the reaction channels. Oh, that's right. I know you're scared.
Yeah, I know. Like, especially Kiwi Farms. She drove herself crazy with Kiwi Farms.
Yes, I'd be like, why are you reading that? Like, if it's upsetting you, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, why are you just continuously reading it and just like putting yourself down, basically?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. She just did it so much to the point that she started letting it control everything that she did. And like, that's what was going into her videos and stuff, was her trying her hardest to do what she can to change people's minds or to prove somebody wrong in some way, somehow. But we all know that she would just end up messing up in the end anyway, especially like if people would say, "You're not going to go through on this diet." She's like, "Yes, I am." And she would literally do it for like 5 days.
Where she was trying all these different diets and going on Weight Watchers and all that. And I was like, first of all, Weight Watchers is some kind of subscription. You have to pay for it. I was like, I'm tired of paying for it and then you don't do it. Or
Yeah.
like they give you those cheat points to use, like if you're out to eat or whatever, and she'd use all of them like the first day.
I love it how it was somehow Destiny's responsibility to pay for Amber's Weight Watchers. Amber, whenever you complained that you supported Beck or you supported other people, never forget that Beck and Crystal's parents and Casey's parents supported you. Also, that statement that Destiny made about Kiwi Farms is incredibly important. So Amber would read everything that people say about her and try to prove them wrong in the videos. In her members only live stream, she talked about something that I say all the time, that she's the common denominator. And she's like responding to that. To this day, Amber Lynn is obsessed with reading about herself and trying to prove people wrong. The only way that you could actually prove people wrong is if they change their minds about you through continuous changed effort and changed behavior. Amber, when you pretend currently that you're a changed person, but your behavior shows that you're not, that's why people are not changing their mind about you.
So, okay, this is the juicy stuff that I had no idea about, dude. Had no
Oh,
idea.
oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. I don't remember how she met these people for one. And I don't know if that, like, I know that that's their names, but like, I mean, I don't know. She was talking to a girl and then another person, a relationship with anybody, or if she was single, or like what was going on with that. I just know that like they talked a lot, and this was after me and her broke up. Like this was very quickly after me and her broke up, so that's why I didn't understand why when I did go out hang out with Dana, like what was the big deal? Why weren't you talking to one of these people? Because she was talking
Right.
to these people right after we broke up,
Of course. I mean, that's just what she does every
literally.
time.
So
That's
she
what
was
makes me
talking,
like she's talking to people behind our backs anyway, is what she
yeah.
was doing.
The amazing thing is that Amberlyn always denies cheating on the majority of her relationships. She has cheated on the majority of women, not everyone, but the majority. She has cheated on them, like behind the scenes and emotionally. The reason, in my opinion, that Amber would not be talking to those people when Destiny would go to Dana's is because those people didn't care about Amber and they didn't feel an attachment to her and were clearly not going to drive her around. It's not that she couldn't talk to them, in my opinion. She could text them, but everybody has their own lives. And Destiny was the only one that felt so bad for her that she would drive her around. Amber needed to be driven around. Same thing right now with mommy. She needed somebody to do everything for her. Same thing right now with mommy.
About her. I just remember that she was talking to this person. But this is juicy. Was married. And
Yeah.
also in a relationship with like an older woman. Like I remember Amber Lynn telling me that grand person, like I said, I don't remember their pronouns. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, how old is this person? And she was like, I think, they're only like 32 or, something. Like they were in their early 30s. So I was like, well, how are they already a grandparent? Like that's very like.
This is incredibly important. Not that she was dating a grandparent. I don't care about that. Okay, Amber Lynn, even when she was broken up with Destiny, was already trying to date a married person. Why is this important? Amberlynn has always been a homewrecker. She has always thought that it was okay to communicate with somebody married for the purpose of romance. She was talking to this person. She was trying to date this person. Again, why is this important? This proves that Amber's situation with Erica slash Valentine, the girl that she dated without ever meeting her, who was married, was not the first time that she got involved with married women. Amber, you're exposed. You are so desperate that you are interested in married women. This is so outrageous. Why don't you just date people that are single? It's really because most people that are single might not be interested. Like, I just cannot believe that this woman has participated in a systematic mistreatment of others, and then on top of that, likes to be with married people, and then says she's not a cheater and not a homewrecker. We know exactly who you are. And by the way, before somebody comments, oh my God, it was that person's responsibility to be loyal to their partner. Yes, it was 100%. But to continuously deny Amber's behavior is wild. I will not be denying Amber's behavior here. Amberlynn likes to be with married people, and this is not the first time with Erica slash Valentine that she was involved with a married person. You've been exposed by Destiny, and isn't this all the consequences yet again of your own making, Ambi?
Early,
Yeah.
and she was like, well, their wife is like, I think she said that they were in their 50s or something, and it was like her kids from a previous marriage,
Oh, okay.
and they had grandchildren together. And I was like, well, why is this person talking to you if they're married? You know, like,
Wait, so
what is
were they
the-
talking like that?
yes,
No
like,
way.
oh yeah, like wanted to leave their wife, wanted to be away from it, but like didn't at the same time, like there was. And I was like, if I were you, I wouldn't get in that mess, because that just sounds like a big mess. Like, you're just this other woman to this married person. Like, leave that alone.
Right.
And like, she didn't. And I know that they were having, like, phone. I know they were doing that.
This is like a slow burn. Remember how throughout all the years, I don't know if you remember me saying this, Amberlynn Reid's content in general may seem like whatever, but it is a slow burn. If you wait long enough, something will happen. So Amberlynn was, listen to what it is. This is like amazing. It's a perfect storm. So while Amberlynn was demanding that Destiny hang out with her each day and take her to different places and not hang out with her new partner, Dana, she was on the phone in more ways than one with a married person. Amber, why do you feel that it's okay to infringe upon other people's marriages? And while, again, it was that person's responsibility to not do that, Amber, this is who you are. So basically, Destiny has exposed that Amber has always talked to married people. And then you dare say that Valentine cheated on you with her wife. Yeah, okay. The point of the story is Amber was always involved with married people while demanding that Destiny pick out her hair. Situation type nightmare.
Like,
Oh my God.
I don't know why she was trying to talk to Casey. That was weird. Like,
So
I don't
she was
know
trying
why.
to talk to Casey during this. So talking to and married.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we were broken up, and you see the way she was still treating me.
Did you catch that? Amberlynn was talking to multiple people at once, demanding that Destiny pick out her hair after the breakup, demanding Destiny take her everywhere, and talking to a married person on the phone. Various things were happening on the phone, and still talking to Casey. I have a serious question for Amberlynn Reid. Amberlynn Reid, why in the world would you try to continuously talk to Casey if it was true about what you accused Casey of doing? Y'all remember Rain and Petals eavesdrop. So let me get this straight. This is what Casey did, right? Correct? You accused him, all this other stuff, and then you were desperate to talk to him. What, years later, when Destiny had broken up with you? Please make it make sense. So you accuse him of what you accused him of. Then you came back and said you used the wrong word, and that wasn't really what happened. And then you wanted to talk to him. I'm going to say this again. Why would Amberlynn want to talk to Casey? Okay, want to communicate with him in a friendly manner if after accusing him of that?
Talk to Casey, like, at all, because this was right after all that stuff happened with Casey. So, like, I don't
then
know
why
why.
would she be asking Casey won't talk to me anymore? Because you just accused him of something awful?
Yeah. And all that boiled down to was that she used the wrong word.
I know, it absolutely breaks my heart because that could have potentially ruined everything for him forever.
I mean, anyone can Google your name when you go to put in for a job, and someone could have easily seen that, connected to him,
Right.
and been like, dude, there's all this stuff about you on the internet. I don't know if I want my company to be a part of what you got going on.
Yeah, exactly. It's very detrimental to someone, and he's in a good place, but it could have really been potentially bad, and she just doesn't care about that.
Just so everybody knows, when you accuse somebody of a crime they didn't commit, it's automatic defamation. So this is why I feel that Casey should have 100% sued Amberlynn. Amber, you using the wrong word completely changed the situation. You accused Casey of something that he definitely did not do. Then came back and said, oh, well, it wasn't that he did this, it's that he did this. Those two things are not the same thing. And at this point, he should have sued you. Like at that point, at this point, I would have just, listen, you just haven't met the right person that would take legal action against you. That's my opinion. I just wanted to show you something. So look at this text message where Amberlynn basically says, me and somebody, okay, the married person, Casey won't talk to me anymore. What? I just have no one. Yes, you do. Who? Me and Dana. Thank you. Welcome. I'm crying because I feel so bad. Aw. So there's your proof from Amberlynn saying Casey won't talk to me anymore. Amber, the reason that Casey wouldn't talk to you anymore is because you ruined his life and you accused him of a heinous crime that he did not commit. This is wild. So there's your proof that she was desperately trying to contact Casey just for friendship, just for funsies, right? For fun. When once Destiny broke up with her. Why? There's your proof. So I think this is a pretty good expose.
Makes me sick to my stomach that I even was a part of this. Like, I was even with this person who was capable of being like that.
Right? Like, I never watched, like, from the time we got together, or like even when we were talking, like before we have physically met, I never watched her videos. Like,
You really
no one
probably
will,
didn't, did you?
huh?
You probably didn't truly give too much of a crap, did you?
No, like, I'm like, why are you telling me your business? Like,
Because
I
she
don't
wanted
know.
you to care, Destiny.
So if you look at the message that I just showed, Amber says that nobody wants her. Here's the thing. It's either everybody wants you, Amber, or nobody wants you. Why do I bring this up? Amberlynn extensively said that to Beck that she had a whole bunch of women waiting, to talk to her and all that. And there were so many people that wanted her, right? And at the same time, she's going around telling Destiny nobody wants me. This is what I believe. I believe that she exaggerates an online presence in life that doesn't exist. All right. This video is like 50 minutes. I'm going to have to do a part 2. We're going to end here. Please go and sub to Destiny and to Beck. I will link their channels down below. All I have to say is the things that they're talking about, Amber's manipulation, Amber dating married women, talking to married people in general, Amber forcing her partners to be caretakers. It's an important conversation to have because this type of manipulation does not need to happen. All right, let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. The original video will be linked down below as well. Check out this other video that's popping up here on a similar topic. Let me know what you think about everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time for part 2.